What is good, YouTube? It's Mr. Friender here, back again with another recipe for a deck. It has been a long time, but I'm back. I'm using Dueling Network now, so it must be, a lot easier instead of getting the actual cards. Anyway, for today's deck, it is Rock Stud. It is a really good deck. It's a cheap deck. You can build it easily for about $40, $50, really easy. Uh, and the deck that I'm using right now does not use a lot of the overpowered cards, but like sakurestu armor over deep prison, maybe compulsory over other cards like dyjustu, because I don't run those in real life anyway. It's a really fun deck. Um, it's a really hard deck for others to beat because it stuns them, slows them down. So first 9 cards are the guardians. If you can see on the left, the effect. It's a Doom Caliber Knight basically. You have to what's it called? Reveal a koa'ki or a rock type monster in this case because it's a rock deck. During the end phase for it to keep alive or else it'll die. But yeah, basically you could tribute this card to negate the effect of a monster. Sandman's it's for traps. You tribute it for negation of traps, and wall is negating spells. So these 9 cards, in my opinion, are the core of the deck. And then you got the grandmole, the jar. They're all rocks, and your koa'ki boulder. This is really good. Basically, like a Sangan in this deck. It searches for your guardians, your sandman, and your koa'ki wall when it's a short of a battle. Then I played 2 jijustu masters, good for bouncing those synchros, and fossil dyna for special summoning. And yeah, this deck has been sort of weakened because oppression's gone, and basically oppression is basically the card that made this deck so good, in my opinion, because this deck does not normal summon and you can lock them down real easy. Next, I got Gaia Plate. You don't have to run this; just run it for for fun reasons. It's a fun deck anyway. And gorz. Basically, yeah, Gaia Plate is when you can special summon it by removing 2 rock monsters. Hence, the entire deck is rock, and you can remove from play 1 rock type monster from graveyard, or send this card to the graveyard to have the attack and defense of all monsters that battle with this card. So it's not that bad. It's really good because it's a really good boss monster. And then you got the staples: monster reborn, dark hole, heavy storm, and of course the triple fissures I like to run and double MST. These are really good. Yeah, and shrink, of course, is one of the best cards you are using in this deck because you can use it against a bunch of monsters, because this deck does struggle with monsters with high attack, and shrink helps you get over using those 1900 beaters. Enemy control as well. It's about battle tricks. Starlight road because you want to protect your back row and your monsters. I do have a star. I don't have a Starlight road. I mean Stardust Dragon in my extra deck right now, but you should run it. You can run Solemn if you want, but I'm keeping a budget even though it's on Dueling Network. Next we got Mirror Force, Triple sakurestu armor. It's just some extra battle defense stuff. You can use D Prison if you want. Then you got the bottomless, got the trap hole, and then you got the double compulsory, and you have 1 skill drain. You can run 2 if you want. This deck is very versatile. You can have a bunch of cards in your side deck and beat almost any deck. And yeah, so that basically concludes this episode of Recipe for a Deck. And deck list I will post on the bottom just in case anybody wants it. And yeah, that's it.